Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Trump issues stark World War III warning after call with Putin, as he says U.S. could be dragged into Ukraine war. President Trump has issued a chilling World War III warning that the U.S. could be dragged into the Ukraine war after his phone call with Vladimir Putin. The Republican and Mad Vlad agreed to pause strikes on energy and infrastructure targets for 30 days, but the Russian leader broke the limited ceasefire within hours, reports claim. Trump issued the Armageddon message on Fox News on Tuesday, shortly after he and Putin spoke on the phone for almost 2 hours. During his interview with Laura Ingraham, Trump chillingly admitted that Russia has the advantage, adding, "We want to get the war over with." Trump claimed his call with Putin went great after they reached the agreement, despite the Russian leader refusing to accept a full 30-day ceasefire. The president told Ingraham, "Right now, you have a lot of guns pointing at each other, and a ceasefire without going a little bit further would have been tough." But he revealed that his urgent push for a ceasefire was part of a much larger plan to prevent U.S. troops from entering the bloody war, and, in turn, minimize the chance of nuclear Armageddon. Trump warned, "Look, we're doing this, there are no Americans involved. There could be if you end up in World War III over this, which is so ridiculous. But strange things happen." But U.S. and Ukrainian officials have cast their doubt on Putin wanting peace, as, a mere few hours after the limited ceasefire was agreed, Russia plunged a Ukrainian city into darkness with devastating strikes. Putin launched the heinous airstrike on the energy infrastructure of Slavyansk in the Donetsk region, where 100,000 citizens reside, local reports claim. Areas of the city have been left with no electricity after the strike reportedly carried out using an aerial bomb, local reports claim. Putin sent a wave of 145 drones plus 56 mock UAVs, aimed at confusing air defenses, into Ukraine, with some 72 of the drones downed. 2 Ukrainian hospitals were also hit in Ukraine's border region Sumy, causing an evacuation of the sick. And just 1 hour after the historic Putin-Trump call, blasts rocked the capital city Kyiv, and a man, 60, was wounded in both legs in Bucha, with private houses also hit. U.S. Congressman Joe Wilson slammed the mad Russian dictator for already appearing to break the agreement, and insulted President Trump. He said on X, "Putin's forces targeted power systems in Slavyansk with guide bombs and attacks continue across Ukraine now. Putin does not want peace, he wants Ukraine." But Russia has also accused Ukraine of not honoring the agreement. Ukraine hit Russian targets overnight, exploding the Kavkazskaya oil transshipment point at Kropotkin in Krasnodar region, crucial for exports. There was a series of explosions, after which the facility was put out of use, with 30 staff evacuated with no injuries, and a huge emergency operation underway to extinguish the flames. Zelensky had agreed to the U.S. proposed 30-day ceasefire prior to the Putin-Trump call. He also later supported the limited ceasefire on energy infrastructure. But after the air attacks launched early on Wednesday, Zelensky urged the rest of the world to stop any attempts by Moscow to drag out the war. He said on Telegram, "Today, Putin de facto rejected the proposal for a complete ceasefire. It would be right for the world to reject in response any attempts by Putin to drag out the war." It comes after various members of the Trump administration revealed they think Putin is stalling after only agreeing to the partial ceasefire. U.S. officials think Putin is purposely agreeing to enough to appear engaged in peace talks, but presses ahead in the bloody war, according to the New York Times. By Juliana Cruz Lima, foreign news reporter. Ceasefire in Ukraine. Prisoners and humanitarian issues. Black Sea and global security. Russia-U.S. relations. The two leaders will stay in contact as their expert groups begin discussions.